going to go through and add some natural contour to Amy's face, and I'm going to do this by using the Giant Bronzer by Sunkissed. I'm just going to go through, dip a bit of the product onto the back of my brush and start working in to the hairline at the top of the forehead, down to the top of the cheekbone, and then forward again underneath the cheekbone. So using a smaller brush dipped into the slightly darker colour within the palette, I've ever so softly lined down Amy's nose and worked really softly with the brush to buff that line out, but creating contour in there. Using the same brush, you can go through, dipping it in the darker shade and just lining underneath the cheekbone area, working in circular motions to buff that line out, but just adding enough depth to give you that contour. The reason why I absolutely love this palette is because you do have 2 shades in there. So if your skin tone changes, if you are naturally more olivey, you can go through and use the darker colour and blend that out, and use the paler shade within this palette as a contour, as the highlighter. That's if you're more darker skin toned to more olive skinned. But in Amy's case, where she's fairer skinned, you can definitely just use the golden shimmers within this to contour as well, and it gives you a really nice sun-kissed glow. So once that line's been created, I use a smaller brush to work in circular motions to buff it out, but still creating enough depth in there to give us the contour to the cheekbone. This is adding the depth that I need before I put the highlighter on. So using the Quick Fix concealer, I've just gone in underneath where we've contoured with the dark Giant palette, and again gone underneath the brow bone, a slight line above as well, and then just slightly underneath the eye area as well to lift the eye area. And what I'm going to do is use a buffing brush and also my fingertips as well, just to blend that into the skin tone. Don't be afraid to use your fingertips, they're a really good tool that we all have, and it's a really good way of that melting product into the skin and getting that nice flawless finish that you want. When it comes to contouring, don't be afraid to build up a product. Don't feel that you have to put loads on at the beginning and then really make it work and blend it. Put your lines in, blend, contour, follow your shape and your guidelines, and you can build it up and you can accentuate certain areas that you need to. So if you want your cheekbones to be sharper, you can make that area darker after. Don't be afraid to build the product up. Just finishing off around the top of the cheekbone by using the highlighter, glow stick in Nude. Just pressing it in above the cheekbone now and underneath the eye area. What this does, it accentuates the cheekbone, lifts it, and actually catches the light and gives you this really beautiful contour cheekbone.